So, the good news in this report that you point out is more than 1 billion people on the planet have been lifted out of extreme poverty just since 2000.
Not all heroes wear capes, but is Bill Gates' $5 billion Africa project to improve health and anti-poverty conditions in Africa a hero or villain story? Here's what we know. Bill Gates announced his desire and intention to support African countries, especially those in the sub-Saharan region, while presenting at the annual Nelson Mandela Lecture, held at the University of Pretoria. He demonstrated his desire with a promise to invest $5 billion into various aspects of the continent. While we will soon reveal the other specific areas, his interest lies in a bid to help Africa free itself from ties of poverty and hardship. One of the most prominent sectors he and his foundation will be investing heavily in is the health sector. We continue to spend the majority of our money on health-related issues, the billionaire affirmed during a press conference. The advent of Bill Gates' intervention is typical of how heaven helps those who help themselves. Africa as a continent has not just been sitting aloof all this while waiting for a Messiah to free them from their troubles. The various African countries have made significant strides to combat health and poverty challenges, giving a new refreshing definition to their tag as developing countries. Bill Gates attested to this during his remarks at the lecture. Such a testament comes across as a validated one, especially because the philanthropic billionaire is no new person to frequent visits and delivery of help to the continent. Our foundation's work has brought my wife and I to Africa several times a year, he said. In his presentation, he acknowledged Africa's efforts in matching the difficult challenges that sought to hold her down. Some of these issues include child mortality, neglected tropical diseases commonly known as NTDs, malaria, polio, and rising HIV/AIDS cases. Like a cop trying his best to hold down a situation until backup arrives, Africa has done its bit and is still on it. Countries like Malawi, Rwanda, and Ethiopia surfaced in Bill Gates' acknowledgments as some of the countries making progress in areas such as establishing strong community-based primary healthcare systems. Other countries, however, are on a rather concerned list of the world billionaire. More on that shortly. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation did and has come through as the needed cavalry.
Tell me more.
In his speech during the lecture, Bill Gates remarked, "If we fail to act, all the hard-earned gains made in HIV in sub-Saharan Africa over the last 15 years could be reversed, particularly given that Africa's young people are entering the age when they are most at risk of HIV." With this $5 billion investment, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation would have contributed a total of $9 billion over the past couple of years. And by the past couple of years, we mean 15, to be exact. Apart from the help with dealing with and preventing the HIV/AIDS pandemic from causing further damage, Bill Gates also expressed interest in dealing with another very crucial area: malnutrition. He declared the subject of malnutrition a huge area of increased investment for him and his foundation. Seeing how important the African health sector is, the major focus on the foundation's work, Bill Gates indicated that they would be dedicating 2/3 of the $5 billion investment to that sector alone. The rest of the investment will go to other areas that treat another equally important canker, namely poverty. Before that, here is a quick recommendation to subscribe to our channel to follow up on relevant updates on Bill Gates. The billionaire's huge investment, which covers this area of the African dilemma as well, specifically in the spheres of agriculture, sanitation, education, and digital inclusion, is as a result of collated data from his foundation, as well as his prophetic vision of the impending danger that looms over parts of the continent if no intervention is made. And this looming danger has a name. It is called population growth. Where countries like Malawi and Ethiopia have been commended for their fight and progress in healthcare, others like Nigeria and DR Congo do not come across as so fortunate. It has been estimated that 40% of the world's poorest people will be found in these two countries by the year 2050 if the continent continues on its current trajectory. This will be due to the colossal population growth that Africa is expected to experience in the next few years, accounting for more than half of the world's population growth. As of 2050, Africa's population is expected to double its current number. twice that growth will happen again in the next 50 years after that. In their annual Goalkeepers report in 2018, Bill Gates said, "Our task now is to help create opportunities in Africa's fastest-growing, poorest countries, investing in young people."
If we don't do better in investing in human capital in Africa, yes, the number of people in extreme poverty is actually going to go up.
The release of this investment is thus a strong statement in that regard. There is no denying the work of Bill Gates, and his foundation has been instrumental in sustaining growth and supporting the already commendable efforts of various African countries to ensure progress and development. Various victories have been won in the journey over such issues as NTDs, battling malaria, and ensuring girl-child education in the region. As a typical example, the Bill Gates Foundation records an annual 6 million lives saved annually as a testament to the reduction in child mortality thanks to the foundation's work. Day in and day out, the quote that not all heroes wear capes seems to find more meaning. However, that's not exactly the picture in Bill Gates' efforts to make his company Terra the future of nuclear energy. Watch the video we made on it to find out more. Thank you for your time.